You know, in pretty much every research paper, there's that one page we all just flip right past, the acknowledgments. It's usually just a list of names. But what if that one single page was actually hiding a blueprint for a totally new way of thinking about scientific discovery? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Right? So, what secrets could possibly be hiding behind a bunch of polite thank yous? As we're about to see, this page isn't just about gratitude. It's about a fundamental shift in how knowledge itself might be created. Okay, so let's start at the surface. The source for this explainer is the acknowledgments page from a research paper, specifically one about consciousness. And at first glance, yeah, it starts exactly how you think it would. A very classic academic opening. Profound gratitude, invaluable support. It sets a formal tone. You can almost feel the weight of the research. But believe me, it's who is being thanked that turns this whole thing on its head. And here is where we get the first big surprise. The list of collaborators, well, it reveals a very modern and frankly, a very unusual team. It's a collaboration between humans and something else entirely. So first, let's talk about the human scale here. The author thanks over 165 scientists from something called the Scientific Basis of Consciousness Forum. I mean, that's a massive community of experts all weighing in. And their role was absolutely crucial. The author uses words like meticulous scrutiny and unwavering critique. This is the classic, tough, and totally essential process of peer review, where the best minds in the field challenge your ideas to make them stronger. But that's only half the story. The human experts weren't the only ones on the team. So who else was in the room, so to speak? And this right here just lays it all out so perfectly. It's like two sides of the same coin. On one side, you have the critical, challenging force of human scrutiny. But on the other, you have the supportive, generative power of AI assistance. Just look at the language: critique versus analysis, unyielding candor versus weaving compelling narratives. They're totally different jobs. What's really cool is that the author doesn't just say, oh, I use some AI. No, they actually name their AI assistants and give them job titles. Using AI models from the Claude family, there was an erudited polymath for analysis, an eloquent language maestro for storytelling, and a digital research assistant. These weren't just seen as tools, they were treated like members of the team, like co-pilots. So you have to ask, right? Who is the person at the center of this incredible collaboration? An author who brings together this many human experts and AI co-pilots has to have a pretty unique perspective themselves. The person who put this whole team together is Satya Prakash Dubey. And when you see his credentials, the whole picture of this human AI team starts to make a lot more sense. I mean, this is not your typical academic CV. You've got a bachelor's in engineering, right alongside the titles of yogi and spiritual researcher. He's also the originator of something called the CIA framework. It's this amazing blend of the super analytical and the deeply contemplative. Okay, so this brings us to the big question. What was the motivation? What's the driving force that brings an engineer, a yogi, over 165 scientists, and a team of AI assistants together to study a topic as big as consciousness? Well, the answer seems to trace all the way back to a single moment. At the very bottom of the page, kind of separate from everything else, the author just puts this one specific date. And this is the note that goes with that date. This profound personal experience, this direct recognition, was the catalyst for the entire project. It's the spiritual starting point that all the science, all the human collaboration, and all the AI assistance flows from. So when you connect all these dots, from that spiritual catalyst to the human AI team, this acknowledgments page becomes so much more than a list of thank yous. It really does become a blueprint for a whole new kind of research. So let's just map it out. Step one, it starts with a catalyst, a deep personal insight that sparks a really big question. Step two, that insight gets put to the test, subjected to the toughest scrutiny by human experts. And then step three, the whole process is supercharged by AI assistants who help analyze, articulate, and accelerate the work. And that leaves us with a pretty massive question. This single page from a research paper lays out a model that combines the spiritual, the human, and the artificial. Is this just a one-off, or are we actually seeing the beginning of a powerful new way to explore the biggest questions we have? What do you think?